Hey everybody, Roshni here. In this video, I want to share a simple 3-part Dinacharya, or an Ayurvedic morning routine that you can easily incorporate into just about any pre-work morning schedule. If you've wondered what Ayurveda is and how you can get it to work for you without getting overwhelmed and investing a ton of time and energy into figuring it all out, check out this video till the very end for some easy and actionable tips. So first off, what is Ayurveda? It's a healing system that originated in India about 5,000 years ago, and it teaches us how to maintain harmony within our bodies so that the mind, the body, the spirit all remain in balance. In Ayurveda, the 5 elements, earth, fire, water, wind, and ether or space, they combine to form 3 energies called doshas. Each of us has a predominant dosha, and depending on your lifestyle, your choices, your doshas can fall out of balance. So through Ayurvedic practices like massage, meditation, yoga, obviously dietary choices, and also the use of herbal remedies, we can balance our doshas. We can stay healthy from the inside out. And for this reason, I've heard some refer to Ayurveda as the science of aliveness, which I really like. More on the doshas in just a little later on in this video, but for right now, let's just cut to the chase. What does it mean for you? How do you operationalize Ayurveda into your morning routine? Regardless of your body type or your dosha imbalances or the state of your health, having a dedicated morning routine provides stability. It sets the day off kind of on a positive trajectory. And there is a reason that morning routines have become so hyped in such an industry. There are books, there are courses, there are people telling you to take cold showers, do other rituals, drink green drinks, take supplements, drink coffee with grass-fed butter in it. And the list goes on and on about what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to buy, what you're supposed to consume to optimize your morning. But cutting through all of the product promotion and a lot of the hype, there is still value behind building a morning routine and essentially starting the day off with good habits practiced regularly helps support wellness. It helps support detoxification and good health. So in Ayurveda, when somebody adopts a good morning routine, which is called Dinacharya, daily routines that include Ayurvedic practices, they become healthier, they become more balanced, and they become more able to fulfill their essential life purpose, to feel their best. And when they feel their best, they can more easily share their gifts and talents with the world. So these Dinacharya, Ayurvedic practices practiced first thing in the morning, help you maintain a connection with the circadian rhythms of nature. Instead of turning to our phones or to technology first thing in the morning, Dinacharya helps us connect with ourselves, helps us go within for just a little bit to get the day started on the right foot. There are a ton of Ayurvedic practices that can be incorporated into Dinacharya. But today I'm going to cover 3 simple, time and cost-effective practices that are easy and that, in my humble opinion, offer the highest return on investment relative to the energy that they require. The first one is hydration, but not just drinking water. There are 1,001 recipes out there for green drinks, for various powders, supplements, fancy coffee, all kinds of teas with bells and whistles attached to them. But truly, to ramp up your hydration, you only really need one thing, and that is a lemon or a lime, if that's easier to get where you live. Drinking warm water with a lemon or lime squeezed into it is an Ayurvedic practice that helps clear out the digestive tract of toxins that have built up overnight. Lemon water, lime water, it's a great form of gut detox, and drinking it in the morning allows you to flush out all the toxins that have built up overnight. So why is drinking lemon or lime water better than just drinking regular water, which also flushes you out, right? For one thing, the citric acid in the lemons preserve the liver's natural ability to detoxify. Lemon water also helps with their digestion. It helps get things moving in the morning, which is another really important aspect of Ayurveda, having good plumbing, good evacuation, good whatever you want to call it, pooping. It's critical for optimal health. And in the Ayurvedic approach, it's something that really gets prioritized. Obviously, lemons also have vitamin C, so do limes. And so taking that in daily helps lower your blood pressure, reduces the effects of chronic stress, promotes collagen production to help with healthy skin. So just that one act, adding a little bit of lemon or lime to your water, really does amplify the benefits of hydration. That kind of gets to the second practice of Dinacharya, which is tongue scraping. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and it's honestly hard to imagine ever going back to just brushing my teeth. The tongue is a gateway between your body and the outside world. So maintaining its health is super important. There are hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of microbes that live in your mouth, bacteria, fungi, other things. Some of them are good, some of them are less good, and some stick to your teeth, which is why we brush our teeth, and others stick to the tongue. According to Ayurveda, tongue scraping helps remove toxicity and build up that happens overnight, which again, if left untreated, can result in bad breath or possibly attract other bacteria. So a tongue coating can result from poor eating, poor digestion, some kind of imbalance in the digestive system. And when you remove that coating, you're obviously improving your ability to taste food. You're kind of removing all the goop there. And when you clear your tongue, it prepares your body to appreciate the taste of food without needing a lot of extra salt or extra sugar. Kind of connects you to your food in a way that allows you to appreciate it, which also is sort of part of the spiritual aspect of this act. Now, my tongue scraper is made from stainless steel. Toothbrush aisles in your local store might have something that looks a little bit like this. If you're not into plastic, you're trying to avoid plastic, and you're not ready to invest in a copper or a stainless steel tongue scraper, you can also use a spoon. And essentially, if you're going to use a spoon or really any tongue scraper, you start from the back of your tongue and you move forward 7 to 14 strokes, not too aggressive. You don't want to hurt your tongue. You're not trying to take the skin off your tongue. The idea is just to remove any buildup, coating, discoloration, things that might have formed there overnight that are not helpful. The tongue is a mirror of the organs in your body. So taking a look at it daily is not a bad idea. It sort of builds an awareness of your health from a very different perspective. If you see changes in your tongue's color, in coatings that might appear based on what you're eating, what you're doing in your life, it gives you a little bit of a window of awareness into your health, and in a different way than maybe observing other aspects of your health. So no matter what your constitution or your dosha imbalances are, those two practices, lemon water hydration and tongue scraping, they're going to result in a positive benefit for you. You will see positive returns from this, even though they only take you seconds a day. A third practice that I'd like to mention is a little bit more involved, but again, very worth the effort, and it's called Abhyanga, which in Sanskrit means self-massage with oil. Quite simply, in the morning, before you eat your first meal, while you're going through your morning routine, your Dinacharya practices, you heat up just a little bit of oil, not too hot, just in a warm water bath, and you give yourself a full body massage to calm the doshas, to stimulate your circulation, to fire up your nerve endings, to lubricate your joints. Similar to lemon water to hydration, similar to tongue scraping, it helps your body eliminate impurities, release toxins that might have accumulated during the previous night. This is where it gets slightly more involved than the other two practices, because with Abhyanga, you're creating a means to absorb transdermally the oil that you use. And depending on your constitution, depending on your body type, certain oils might suit you better than others. So this brings us back to the idea of these three doshas. Without going too deeply into the three doshas, since they can be complex and merit videos of their own, there's a basic rundown of the three doshas right here. So those with a predominant vata dosha, which is the combination of air and space elements. These are people who are known to be creative. They're kind of airy. They may be easily distracted, thinner in constitution, heavily influenced by the weather and by their physical and social environments. The Vata's dosha types are sensitive to cold. So you would want to use a heating, warming oil like sesame oil. With the Pitta dosha, which is a combination of the fire and water elements, these are people who are generally described as fiery. They're muscular, they're energetic, they're sometimes aggressive and prone to conflict. And the Pitta dosha's fiery nature makes cooling oils like coconut oil, for example, a good choice for Abhyanga. Finally, there is the third type, which is the Kapha dosha. That's a combination of earth and water elements. And these are people who are described as steady, stable, soft, calm, but when they're out of balance, may be prone to sluggishness. A smaller amount of oil and less frequent Abhyanga, so maybe once a week, twice a week instead of almost every day, is recommended for Kapha types. And safflower oil is a good option for them. If this is your first foray into Abhyanga, first foray into Ayurveda maybe, and you aren't sure which direction to go in for you, It's said that jojoba oil is well suited for all body types, dosha types, and it might be a good option for you if you're not really sure where you fall along the spectrum. To keep things simple with Abhyanga, the key thing to remember is warm up the oil so that it's not too hot, but definitely not cold. 1/4 of a cup is more than enough. If you have time to incorporate a full Abhyanga practice, you ideally want to start with your head, go down around your temples, your ears, your earlobes, make your way down your limbs, abdomen, and then to the feet. You want to use long strokes going in a downward motion to help with lymphatic drainage, and take a little bit of extra time with your joints. So you want to move in a round circular motion on your joints. Ideally, this is all practiced in the morning. It's a great way to rev up your system and your circulation before you start your day. Just like with lemon water hydration, just like with tongue scraping, it's almost like you're casting off all of the stuff that you don't want from the day the night before and giving yourself a new positive head start for the new day. Obviously, this video is just the barest tip of the iceberg when it comes to how to adopt Dinacharya or Ayurveda into your daily routine. But I want you to know that this stuff and actually developing a morning routine in general doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need books. You don't need courses. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be time consuming. Scraping your tongue probably takes 10 seconds. Squeezing a lemon into your water takes even less time than that. And even Abhyanga can be as efficient or as slow and luxurious as you want and need it to be based on your lifestyle and the demands on it. So it's really all up to you. It's really up to you how much time you can prioritize to set your day off on this positive trajectory, but it really doesn't take much. And there are, of course, so many other possible Dinacharya practices that you could incorporate into a morning routine, or other Ayurvedic practices, maybe for future videos, a discussion. But I wanted to take this first brush into 3 routines that I honestly think almost anybody, regardless of how demanding their schedule is, can work into their routine. Doesn't matter how tight their budget, doesn't matter how distracted they are. So with that, I conclude this brief intro, and I welcome your thoughts and your ideas in the comments below on Dinacharya, on morning routines, on what's worked for you in terms of perfecting or building an effective morning routine. I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe to Expeditionary Mindset for more inspiration for your personal and professional reinvention journey. See you next time. Cheers.